Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever the time may be. Welcome back to the Third Age Competitive League. I am your host, as always, James, aka The Dark 2, aka Wheel Uptime, aka a massive loner tonight because I'm not joined by a co-host in the commentator's booth. I am here all by myself, but good news, that means my ears get a break from headphones. Everybody's smiling, except you guys, because you're stuck with me. Let's get down to the table, because we're slightly late as it is, and I'm sure the players are raring to go. I'll let them know that they can roll the dice and get things moving, but today we have, well, we're in the first round of the Festival of Birds Quarter, so it's all randomly paired this round, and we've got Chris, Anth, and Kayla facing off today. Welcome to Bob and Zach in chat. Parsifal as well. Here to root for Kayla. Welcome in. Nice to see you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I will fill you in as best as I can as we go. 9 for Chris. Of course, the hardest part of this game is going to be actually making sure the players abide by the rules. Not because any of them are cheaters, but because, I don't know, they're all a bit ditzy. I'm basically allowed to say whatever I want tonight, because I've got nobody to filter me and tell me not to. Maybe I should not overuse the sound. Oh, I can't use sound effects. Because I'm not in a Discord server. Okay, I need to join a Discord voice server by myself so I can use sound effects. I don't know why I'm going through all this, like, with y'all, but yeah. It's taken them that long to roll the dice that I managed to get the
big summer blowout.
Just in time for these re-rolls. So I'm expecting we might see, honestly, the characters that they're currently on, Rand, Matt and Egwene, might be the 3 that they end up picking. I can also see Kayla going for Nynaeve. I can also see Chris going for Nynaeve. But I feel like the characters, they might just stay on the characters whose colours they actually just picked. Also, we'll get a poll going in chat as soon as they have picked. And Chris is on Matt, so I was right on the first one at least. I don't know if I can claim I'm right if it's just the one that they picked, because that's who they were thinking of playing when they picked a colour, but I don't know if that's an actual thing or not. Perrin. Okay, so Anth is throwing a wrench in the works. No Ranth today, but Kayla will stick with Egwene. And now the boards are all getting set up, I will do a quick hand check for Nutty Turn 1 players once they draw the hands. And then a full catch up after the redraws are bell on. So we've got Kael'Gwyn. Kael'Gwyn actually works better than Kael'Gwyn. Kael'Gwyn sounds like some weird kind of vegan food. Kael'Gwyn. Old blood for Egwene. And a messenger. Folded light to boot. Not a bad starting hand for her. Learned in combat for Perrin to go with a lasting race and a forged letter. And then learn from the best scouts and rescue townsfolk from that. So if Kayla pops this old blood, Chris could learn from the best it and get some value out of that one himself. Just gonna get rid of the spare characters here, and it looks like he didn't play learned from the best, but Kayla did in fact use the old blood to go up a level in each of her attributes. Coined in due by Wildwinds, flipped by Perrin. He's going to be discarding just the 1 card, picks up a council meeting to replace it. Hey Abby, welcome to the show. Yeah, if you're trying to learn, just feel free to ask as many questions as you wish, and I'll answer them. I'm happy if there's new people to always take time to make sure they know what's going on in the game. Chris here playing a rescue townsfolk, gonna gain himself 2 favour and 2 coins, along with a skill level for playing the card. Get his attributes up a little and work on those resources. Let me get this poll going. Y'all have to actually figure out what these names mean now. That's the mini game that we play here. Kind of makes sense. Tadosian flipped by Egwene in bear 1. At least she kept both her cards. And a well-turned cards drawn by Anth. You know, we like to see that one. Very powerful card there. Kintavia flipped in bear 1 by Matt. He's going to snatch that one right up. Matt, mainly, each of the, for those newer folks around, each of the characters has 3 quests to complete, and when they complete those quests, they flip it over and unlock an ability along with bigger hand size and base combat strength. And Matt's first main goal is, well, his first goal is to get to Tarvalon and then leave. His second goal is to collect 5 male followers and form the band of the Red Hand. So, Kintavia, being a man, fantastic start for him to get on his first character flip of the game. In terms of the other characters we've got here today, Egwene is going to be looking to head towards Tarvalon for her first quest, and Perrin is going to want to kill one of the Trolloc Fists that are on the map blocking certain roads. Alejandra recruited for him, of course. She is going to swear fealty to the Steward of the Two Rivers. Matt joins Egwene in Whitebridge, picking up an eavesdrop to go with his learn from the best at scouts. Fairly standard start here, the player's just moving out of the initial sort of region. The game is designed to sort of take you through each of the different actions that you can take on different spaces on the board before you get out of the sort of tutorial zone and into Camelin, where the options open up a bit more. So everyone's just venturing that way, the normal run-of-the-mill. Sometimes people have ways to escape early. It looks like Kayla actually bumped into a grey man there, which is going to make her discard 2. Oh no, she can fold light it. Excellent. Love to see it. So she gets to end that battle. Oh no, she didn't play it, she discarded it. Oh no. She could have played the folded light. I'm gonna get lonely and start talking to the players through the in-game chat today because I have no one else to talk to. So please, those of you in actual chat, yeah, keep me from going insane. As Steppin will go into Perrin's Pie, everybody's favourite. coined in Dubai Wildwind's taken by Matt instead of revealing a new character is kind of interesting. She is a cheap follower, but not in ownership of male genitalia, so won't count towards the no bloody hero. Oh, that's awesome, possible. What game is it? I'm a huge board gamer myself, obviously. Got a big old collection in this house, so I own far too many bits of paper and sleeves. Abdel and Myrna flipped by Kayla. See, Mac would have had that if he'd just flipped rather than taking the coin did you by Wild Winds. Would have been the second man in his party. Yeah, the folded light was discarded to Grey Man Bob. Kayla forgot that she'd leveled up from the Old Blood. Lost Empire's War for the New Sun. I haven't heard of that. May look into it if I remember to by the time this stream is finished. Which, knowing your girl Kayla here, and knowing our boy Chris here, could be, I'd love to say 2 hours, but it could be upwards of 6. Let's not let it be 6, folks. I mean, I don't mind a long game, but 6 is a bit much. Murderal, on the other hand, 6 combat strength is going to be a bit much for Matt to take care of right now. Gonna have to discard that coin. After all, suppose it wouldn't have really mattered which one he took in the end. Either way, I would have had to sacrifice down to 1 man left. Gwen's still got the messenger. Making her way towards Tarvalon. Done a good job of blocking Matt from these cheap men so far, making sure she recruits them instead. Pairing with an okay hand, but lots of 4s here. Needs to get up a little bit. Could pick up the Old Blood at Hadamurk before heading back to Emmons Field and use that to get a head start on the attributes. I'm not sure there's many better options at the minute, so that might be what I'm looking towards if I'm in Anne's position. Thinly veiled threats and conscripts to draw for a going at Arangil. And a drag car off the top for Ants. Does he have enough? He's got 4. Oh, it's gonna ignore him. I just realised. Holy shit, that was almost
big summer blowout.
But it turned into a. And a scouts for Chris will allow him to bypass the Trollocs on the map entirely going north. That's an interesting comment, Parzival. I have not played the War of the Ring game, but have played Talisman, and sometimes when people ask me to describe Third Age, that is like the closest analogy I jump to, because I don't think it's really part of a particular genre. Like, it's not quite deck building, it's not quite tableau building, it's not quite resource management or discard management, it's all of them. In a way, but the way you have the characters that level up and unlock abilities, and then you draw cards and you have followers as well, is kind of Talisman-esque, and it is an adventure around the board, sort of not in a set, you know, you just go around the edge of the board, but in a way that you choose where you move into to get different effects. So it does mimic Talisman in many ways. I would say it's less RNG dependent though, in general, and more strategically balanced. But yeah, for sure, some similarities there. Perrin is going to move through those Trollocs to Alien, picking himself up the first point of the game, as well as his tier 1 quest. He'll now be able to gain an extra troop and a character whenever he visits a small village such as Emmonsfield or Malden or Saladar. I'm now going to head up to Chachin, also going to be flipping his tier 1 quest over. Gains the ability to toss a card and draw a new one after winning a fight. Very powerful effect to help Matt cycle through the bad cards in hand and get ones that he can use instead, because Matt can struggle to work on the attributes as much as some of the other characters, so making sure that you actually have cards you can play is very much a factor of a successful Matt game. And right now, Promised Power, Learn from the Best, and Spoils of War not too far off. Already got 1 military level off the scouts, so out of the hole that Matt can sometimes get stuck in of not working on the military, so to speak, because 2 opens up a lot more options to play than 1. Good start for all of them, really. It's a steady progress in this game. Nothing too crazy has happened yet, but nobody is lagging behind either. Perrin's got a really nice hand right now. No quick way to get back to Emmonsfield for his tier 2 quest, Return to the Two Rivers, but he does have some great action cards. Maybe looking to go and grab that Old Blood. In fact, he just popped a Journey to Radiant, and Matt is going to learn from the best on that one. Take it into his own hand. Wants some levels of his own. So yeah, for any newcomers, the basic course of a turn is you can do one of 2 things. You can either move from your current location to one by a connected road and resolve its effects, or you can play a card from your hand. And that's pretty much it. When you play a card, you get to gain a level in the corresponding attributes, so that's the main way that people do level up these attributes. And to play the cards, you need the matching level as is on it in the right attribute. Or a follower that has that level, they can play them for you. Looks like Chris is going to fight the drag card there. Interesting decision. Going to lose some of his troops, which puts him a bit further away from the eventual tier 3 goal. Does give him a few points on the board. I have to imagine Kayla's going to head to Tarvalon this turn, possibly just considering whether she wants to use a messenger on the way, and it looks like she is going to go for that, so that'll be a leadership level for her, as well as the move to Tarvalon, and she can add pretty much any other resource that she wants to it. Looks like she's going for a favour as the additional resource. Possibly intending to buy a channeling level with the flag effect here. Old locations tend to have these symbols in the bottom that represent what you get from them: a character card, an action card, coins, favour, troops, but many of them also have these flags that offer additional optional effects. In this case, spend favour at Tarvalon to get a channeling level, which is good for Egwene because her tier 3 quest needs her to have level 9 or higher channeling, so that is her ultimate goal really. And she is in fact going to cash some favour in to that end. Oh no, sorry, she cashed some favour in for an Else Grindwell. Taking that one away from the other boys, who would have been able to get it for free. And going to farm that in, trying to lead the assault. It's another on-colour card, but still needs to get his level slightly higher before he unlocks most of his hand. Although it does have a learned in combat and an expert floor, and a Lucas Menagerie, so they could be used potentially to draw in some cards that get him up levels. Gwyn from here probably likely to be heading west towards Falmer. The tier 2 quest requires her to leave Falmer with 6 cards in hand at the time. And it's generally best to beeline towards it because she gets a very powerful ability at tier 2. Whenever she discards a card at the end of each turn, if she's over her hand size, she can get a free level in her lowest level attribute, so makes a Gwyn very powerful at just leveling up passively by drawing lots of cards. And it looks like she's actually taking more advantage of a tier 1 ability there, gonna run into some Trollocs and intentionally lose a fight to them in order to draw a card and get a point. Picks up a Bury the Dead along with a Forged Letter from the Tarvalon draw, because she gets bounced back to Tarvalon then. And this is something we see Gwyn's do a lot, is bounce off Trollocs, trigger the tier 1 for a point and an action, and then repeat a location over and over. Though generally it is better to do it once you are tier 2, as the amount of action cards that doing this produces means that you're going to be drawing over your hand size a lot, and if you're drawing over your hand size, you want to have that tier 2 ability that I mentioned online. Though at this point, Kayla didn't have that many cards in hand, so I'm not against it here. Just to bulk up the hand a bit before moving over towards Falmer. Looks like Chris disconnected and reconnected there. It's weird being on my own. It makes me feel like I'm talking to a wall sometimes, and that makes me feel a bit insane, a bit rand in the membrane, so to speak. Mazima in the tavern row, bit of an insane man himself. Perrin opting not to take him. Even though he did have the favour, that one is surely going to go straight into Matt's party. Yeah, he just snatched that up in Maradon by the looks of things. Gonna get 3 troops for the pleasure as well. Very profitable turn for him, along with the scratch that I missed he picked up. Does in fact own male genitalia. Do cats? No, I'm not going to go there. Yeah, they do. Yeah, of course they do. Moving on, that's up to 3 men, so he has 3 out of 5, just 2 more to find. And a welcome party. If he plays this Promised Power, he can stock up on favour, make sure he's not going to run out anytime soon, and then he could welcome party any man that does happen to flip. Min, however, is going to take the attention of most people, I have to imagine. And Kayla has the resources. I can't see any world that you don't take him in. What's kind of more curious is that she went over to Kyrian instead of heading westwards to Falmer. No way currently in hand for her to fast travel over there. So unless the plan is go Jangai Pass and try your best to find a skimming, so you can skim over there. But you'd still need another level. I'm not so sure what the Kyrian play was. Did recruit them in though, so very nice effect to have on the team. Each time you receive a set of action card draws, you can peek at the top one first, and if you don't like it, just chuck it to the bottom and get a different one instead. An extremely powerful ability to have. and one that may attract some attention from other players to discard or steal her. Learned in combat being used for pairing to fight. I think some Trollocs there. He's going to draw a Practice the Forms and a Bury the Dead, so very nice for him. Is still stuck on leadership for 2, but that Practicing the Forms is very nice to get him off the 2 military. I sort of feel like he's going to be set once he gets out of these early levels, and already heading home towards his tier 2. Once he gets to around level 3 and 4 in these other 2 attributes, he's really gonna have access to a lot more of his hand. 2 cards hitting the discard pile though don't quite have the hand size for everything you just drew from Learned in Combat. In fact, a council meeting has to get dropped. A bit far out of reach. Yeah, it's probably the right choice. Very strong hand for pairing. Okay-ish hand for a go-in. Decent hand for that. Decent. Not perfect. Over in Banda Reaping at the minute as well. Didn't notice that. Looks like he tossed a card on the way there. Gets rid of an Eavesdrop. Finds himself an Old Treatise. Does not have the leadership level to play that one. Will flip over a female, unfortunately for him, is Bane. Gonna take it anyway. Aww. Yeah, he's got plenty of coin. Gwen now bouncing at Kyron. Curious and curiouser. Finds an Arrows of Fire, so not a bad draw. Strong battle card. Plus 5 combat strength. And not one that's really in much competition this game. Gwen is the only channeler in the game. So unless the others start to pick up some channeling followers and prioritize weave, she's not going to have much competition over the Arrows of Fire if she wants to pick it back up again at Haddonmerk or something. Unfortunately for her, a Greyman is going to come right on after, and that is going to... that's going to take her out, I think. Does have the hopper. In fact, so Hopper giving a +1 combat strength passively means that Gwen can't bounce right now because she has 4 combat strength. Which, sort of convenient for her. So Kayla does end up actually passing through those Trollocs and going to Arundel. Finds a play for your supper. Should have a second card drawer as well, maybe I missed that. Conscript's going to hit the bin for the end of turn discard. The game is going pretty cut and dry standard so far, to be honest. Perrin's playing action cards and making his way back to Emmonsfield. Gwen is, well, she's, okay, Gwen's not so standard. Instead of going to Falmer, she went from Tarvalon to Kyrie and then accidentally down to Arundel just now through the Trollocs. So I'm not entirely certain what Kayla's plan is, but looks like she's now heading to Jareen. We'll see how that one develops. And Matt is up to 3 men now with Mazima, Scratch, and Kin. Via decent start on the attribute levels as well. Promise Power, Welcome Party still in hand, along with an old treatise and a Spoils of War when he gets the military for it. So yeah, fairly standard. No Enter the Ways to start with. There wasn't all blood played on turn 1, but oh, Kayla has a plan according to Rowan. I'm sure she does. And even if not, she'll pull something out of her ass anyway. Maybe that was the plan, Maloney, to bounce and get favourite Kyrie, and the problem is she doesn't have the tier 2 online yet, so it's not like that profitable to bounce. Arling Noon will go into Perrin's Party, give him 1 channeling level, and a play for your supper coming out of Min for 7 coins. I'll tell you one thing for sure, Kayla is certainly throwing me for a loop this game. Half of the course. Chris is playing in a Gwen game and Kayla's playing a Matt game. Yeah, no, that's 100%. 100% what's happened here. And apparently Perrin's playing a Nynaeve game, Embrace the Source on Idling Noon, or a Rand game maybe. Bring her up to 4 channeling levels. Will mean that the Arrows of Fire has a little more competition over it now perhaps, but a bit insubstantial without anything to pair it with so far. Excuse me. Chris went to guitar just now. Looks like he did pop that Promise Power on the previous turn. Got an Expert Flourish and a play for your supper now of his own, so plenty of resources to work with. A Welcome Pie if anything gets pushed into the tavern with mail on it, which is right here. Is Gwen gonna take the Tai'Shar though? Deprive Matt of yet another man. Course she fucking is. Yeah, nice hand for Chris. Kayla's really blocking him from getting those dudes though. Like, I think, okay, 4 so far and then 1 gone to Perrin. He's got 3, but like the last, I don't know, I feel like a lot of the cheap random ones are drying up. Not that he has much problem with resources right now, so Perrin gonna sit still a while longer and pop a Lucas Menagerie. Probably wants to make sure this action isn't one he wants to discard, and it is not. It's one he wants to keep. It's a Conscript's Malign as well. Might be tempted to invest in that and go towards a bit more channeling even. No, not going all in on the Rand game. Trollocs coming off the top of the deck for Chris. Yeah, I would have probably taken the Malign there. Curious as to his logic, why not? I suppose he didn't have anything to go with it, and he did just get idling up to... Well... Forged letter on Matt there. Gonna get rid of the Bane, more than likely. Got to be the Bane. He's looking at Scratch, but you can't get rid of one of your 3 men. You've got to get rid of the Bane. You don't need a 5 military female more than you need. What? What is going on? Aww. Chris just setting himself further away from the tier 2 when he could have sacrificed the maiden. Burning Bell, I don't know if he's going to be discarding anything here. Pretty good hand for him. Decides to get rid of a Bury the Dead. Picks up a Journey to Rudian in return, so good decision. Gonna get him off that to leadership now, as well as an extra skill level in the process. Layer off the top from Matt. Another female follower opts not to take it despite the wealth. Some curious play coming from Chris here is gonna give Kayla a bit of time to catch up, but feels like it's probably only giving Ant more time to get ahead. Moving to Almoth playing, is he going to attach a Spoils of Water Bane? It's the only thing I can imagine why he might have kept her. You don't really want to play for yourself for ranking to be in here, like that's not really the card that you're trying to recycle. Spoils of War could be okay though. Okay, no, Chris is trying to recycle a play for your supper. Okay. Yeah, I actually did it yesterday, Robin. I attached a bunch of cards with Matt yesterday. I put an Usquai on Bane or Chiad, I can't remember which one. Just started terrorizing people with the endless Usquai bottle. Going back in Tarvalon after a bit of a detour, finds a new recruit. Yeah, he only has 3 followers now, and only 2 of them are men. So he is much further behind than he had the potential to be at this point in the game. What else did I attach? Because I attached something else as well that was also just kind of troll, and I can't remember what it was. Maybe if Ice Claw is here, he can give me a reminder, or Zach, but I don't know if either of them are here in a minute. Big up your bad selves for all you folks who are though. Love to have you here with us. As a Beslin gets snatched into Anth's team. One more of those cheap men off the menu. Magnen to Bandareben and presumably Flip. Finds himself an Amalisa. Things are sort of slipping here for Chris a bit. If he doesn't grab hold of a ledge soon, he may slip a bit too far behind. But we'll see. Of course, plenty of the game left to go. But Anth did just hit tier 2 as pairing. Unlocks Weacom for double base combat strength in villages. Got 4 troops built up, so right now he's on 10 combat strength in villages. 7 elsewhere. Just needs to make his way to Malden and get a combined total of 18 attribute levels in order to finish the tier 3 quest, and then he'll really be online. Conscripts will get him up to 10, 12, 13. Lead the Assault could get him up to 14. Journey to Radiant is another 2, and he can pick up another card from somewhere else or 2 if need be. So yeah, solid start for Anth here. Kayla is now making her way over towards the west. I'll be a bit late, but better late than never. Gonna peek with Min. A thinly veiled threat. Already has one in hand. Opts to take the second one as well. Very powerful card that lets you get a combat strength and draw a card in the middle of a fight. A lot of people overlook it because it's only 1 combat strength, but really the power in that card is the fact that it lets you draw, and if you have any replacement effects like Naive or Alana or anything, you can get more combat strength out of that potentially. Uno flipped by Matt. Finally going to find himself another man. That one will get snatched straight in his general direction. Bring him up to 3 total now. For the very affordable cost of 2 gold and 1 favour. And Doran marks there. I think it's about time I rolled a spliff. Natty Corson. Mama is drunk again. She just called my sister a bitch. I don't have a follow-up if you thought there was more. That's all. Getting full unhinged Dark 2 today. Alright, you should expect no less. And popped a Journey to Radiant on the last turn. Looks like he's gonna pop a Conscript now. currently on 14, so that'll put him up to 15 combined attribute levels, getting much closer to the tier 3. Something to get out of Emmons Field, of course, but plenty of time to do that as he's making his way towards Malden, pick up some cards to help him get those last attribute levels, so definitely feeling like Anthony's putting the most pressure on this game right now in terms of actively progressing. But Gwyn is starting to head in the right direction, and if Matt can find another man this turn, then he is also starting to head in the right direction. Looks like Matt actually recruited Mullane rather than going for a character flip. Wants to get himself some channeling. Does have a Bond Warder in hand, but that's going to reduce his mail count even further if he goes for that. Surely that can't be the plan. Kayla and Bandareben. Gonna be tier 2 pretty soon. Does have a stack of troops though, so unless she loses them to a random fight, gonna be suffering. And then the Aram flipped right after. Another man that Chris could have had if he'd just flipped rather than taking a woman from the tavern row. It's the second time this game that's happened, and you don't want to make that a habit in your early map games. I mean, you say that, Robin, but I think Gwen did. I don't know if Chris did. I don't know if Chris did. I am like fully in the belief that Chris is about to bond one of his men away at some point in the near future, and I'm just hoping it comes after he gets the tier 2. Maybe we can see him flip another man here, but it wouldn't surprise me if it's a woman after one just being flipped, and it's Chiad. Will be a free follower for him at least, free if Bane is already in the team. Both the maidens working together now, so silver lining, but still 2 men away from the coveted 5 for the Band of the Red Hand. Kayla, on the other hand, is more than likely going to be moving to Farmer this turn, meaning the turn after will be when she hits her tier 3. Rizal the flip might be worth the recruit there. Got the coin and some skill is nice to have for Egwene. Got to learn from the best in hand, so being able to play that with Rizal rather than Min would be optimal. But it looks like she's not taking the Rizal. Wow. Gets a mount up from the Min Peak at least, but not taking the Rizal is interesting. So I should be tier 2 next turn, probably heading back to Bandareben, may intend to recruit there. May flip a tier 2 to try and tank some troops. And finds an Androl in Whitebridge, because he wasn't doing well enough already. Got a tree song as well, so that's another skill level in the bag. He's on 15, 16, 17 if he plays all the cards in his hand, and now he has an hand draw, so he can go wherever the fuck he wants. More than likely, Merc next turn just grab something simple like practicing the forms and go from there. Dick around for a few turns and teleport to Malden. Anth is in an extremely strong position right now. Chris has got to find a man this turn. Did he just move to Arundel? Or was he already in Arundel? I think he just moved to Arundel. God damn. Chris, what are you doing? I mean, Anth has not been playing slow. Like, it's not like he's been dicking around or anything. He's just been... Well, he's slow and steady in the way that Perrin can be sometimes if you don't get, like, you know, fast travels and stuff like that. But he's not been dallying. Guiding the people gonna hit the discard pile from Matt's hand. Perrin may be eyeing that one up from Merc. I say as he touches the card and picks it up. And Egwene is tier 2, so has the ability to gain levels from discarding cards now. I'm gonna pick up some extra coin from Bandareben and take the Rizal. So I did end up taking that one. Very curious why she didn't the turn before. Oh, got the Jasper and Nan as well. She could have sailed straight to Ilion. Wouldn't have been able to bounce there, but... Intriguing. Definitely some intriguing plays happening in this game. My in frame. I feel like I keep leaning out of frame. Might be slightly better. What's this learn from the best happening on? Wasn't played? Oh! Wait. I'm confused. Slight mistake there from Kayla, thinking the guiding the people was played, but it was discarded. I'm Perrin gonna go for a conscripts rather than the guiding the people. Oh, sorry, was the lighter loud? It's like one of them wind ones. Doesn't look like a shower head to me. So if Anth plays conscripts, he's on 16. Still need 2 more levels after that one from the tree song. Lead the Assault if he decides to play it, but might want to hold on to that one till he's tier 3 and play it on a Forsaken fight. Which he will be in a position to start pressuring once he gets this tier 3, because like right now if he was tier 3 he'd have 18 combat strength plus lead the Assault up to potentially 24. Got Step in as well for an extra 1 bonus. Now finally another man for Chris is going to bring his total up to 4. Eben Hopwell recruited in Kyrian, just 1 away now from the elusive tier 2 quest. Imagine Caleb maybe heading towards Qatar. Overdraw the hand. Maybe via a mount up through Almoth Plain. Yeah, he's got 8 troops in a minute, but he does have conscripts in hand as well, so that's going to be another 3, and like by, you know. Then, so that'll put him on 21, 27, 28. It's like a decent, even if he gains no more troops in the meantime. More than likely, he goes tier and then goes back again and picks up conscripts, so I think that's probably what he's planning to do, because he will still need 1 more level as well if he plans to hold on to the lead the assault, so. And Kayla did in fact move to Qatar there. Finds an unidentified object of power along with a notoriety and a backflip. Could use the backflip with her skill followers combined, thanks to Rozelle's assist. So may want to hold on to that one. The oop and the notoriety less exciting, but any discard is worth a level for Gwen, so this will be a channeling level going to her when she gets rid of one of these cards right now. I think it is just 1 she has to get rid of, maybe 2 actually. She's down to 7, I can't count how many's there at a glance. Yeah, 2 discards. No, she has an arrows and 2 thinly veiled threats as CS cards. It looks like she just discarded a mount up. It's a free level right there. And popping that conscripts. Rotate the Androl 1 more. If it moves to tier next turn, moves to Haddenberg the turn after, plays it again. And then he can play Tree Song and jump to Malden with Androl. Unless he has a master plan. Could go Farmadin in case you could draw a card there that works, and then you don't have to go back to Ardenmerk or Arengil, but I prefer Farmadin so you get a troop as well. Coin's not exactly looking too hot either, so never bad. Though you do get 1 in tier as well, of course. But if you're going for the action on the off chance that you draw something you can play to get the last level you need, then Farmadin is the call for me. Rain flipped by Kayla, another Tinker. She may have to take that one to keep it away from Matt, because it will mean his tier 2 if he gets a chance to recruit it, and he does have a welcome pie ready to go. She is going to snatch that up though and make sure there's no danger of Matt getting the band assembled. Probably about time for another poll. a fully even split on the first one with 9 votes. Wonder how the second one will go now the game's developed a bit more. Thank you to everyone who showed up and voted and is here with us tonight. Whether you're still here or you've just been popping in and out. Not that you'll hear this if you're out currently. Parent is in fact moving to tier. Gonna flip tier 1, finds himself a Ludra. Gonna be a woman that could have been on top of the very slow replying to me today. I was asking if kin was rotated because they were stacked up and I wasn't sure if I'd fixed it right. But just blanked me. Compelling argument, could find the last man he needs from someone else's party. If he doesn't find one here, never mind, it's Bren Alvear, he will get there. I mean, if it rotates kin in a sec, then we'll know for sure. I am lonely, Ice. I am. All I'm lonesome today. In the dark. But I've got you all here in chat with me, and it's keeping me away from the tent. Don't read into that too much. Sweet threads. Oh yeah, of course. The coveted Great Captain jerseys. I can't wait to design the next ones. Of course. You get your name printed on the back if you win one of these. I don't know how far I'm gonna have to go back before I'm in shot. Boom. Sort of see it there. So yes, I may be a loner. But I'm a dripped out loner. Robin, shut up. You bought at least 3 different pieces of merch from my store. Oh, Ice, if you win an invitational, is it are you gonna get puddle on the shirt if you win in spring or summer, but icicle in autumn and winter? depending on which quarter, if you win one. And now Chris is tier 2, he needs to start thinking about his tier 3 quest to kill a tier 2 enemy with 10 or more strength. No CS cards in hand at the minute to help with that, just the 6 troops that he's managed to stack so far. And some of those are going to be disappearing to our favourite bubble of evil. Perrin will take care of that one. Extra 4 points for him. Welcome into the chat, Beth. Lovely to see you here with us. You came just in time for a bubble. I think Gwen loses... Oh no, Gwen must have won too. Had some troops. Very nice for her. Extra points. Doesn't have to lose an attribute level. And Matt will take care of it too. So everybody beats the bubble, but some troops lost there probably impact Matt more than anyone else. Perrin still with a healthy stack of 10. Slightly less than he had a minute ago, but picked up a backflip in Haddon Merc. Seen a bit of ice. That bubble, of course, does get shuffled back into the deck again afterwards. The bubble of evils never truly go away. I'm sorry, my radiator is making a very weird noise, and I'm worried that y'all are hearing it, so I'm gonna go stop it. And then while I'm off, I'm gonna go to the bathroom as well, because I'm not a professional. I'm not muted. I think you're muted, Beth. Everyone else can hear me, right? Right? User error. Error between user and keyboard. Backflip for ants. So that will bring him up to 17, still one level away. But goes to Arangil and finds Intimidation and the Horn of Valir. Not bad draws. Can use the Tree Song for the very final level. And then jump to Malden with Androl on the preceding turn. So he will be tier 3 in 2 turns in no time at all. Chris got a decent sized party, nothing going on in hand or troops wise. Egwene just steadily working on her attributes, starting to build up more powerful action cards in hand. Nothing too spicy so far aside from the early arrows and the double thinly veiled threats, although one of those has gone now by the looks of things. Perhaps use that to take care of the bubble of evil just earlier. Matt is tier 2. He does have 5 men on board now. That Kintavir being the 5th, along with the other 4 there. Yeah, but he didn't prepare to get to tier 3, not at all. Learn from the best will be the pickup from Perrin at Haddon Merc. So if somebody else plays a card before his next turn, then he won't have to waste time on that tree song. He can just learn from the best. The card. Whatever it may be. Unless it's really suboptimal, but even then I'm probably still taking it just to save myself a turn. Yeah, he does have the bin and Chiad, so like any military cards are accessible. Together they have a power of 10, so... Exposed weakness is his draw this turn though, in Chachin. I was looking to go back and forth between there and Maradon for a bit to build up some troops. Don't hate it. Effectively 2 troops a turn, as long as you don't flip enemies, and there's plenty of cheap followers in the tavern row you could recruit just to bulk up your party a bit, so no danger of flipping as long as you grab what's there. It looks like she was a fan of the bounce early, and then she accidentally walked through some chalks with a hopper, and after that point just hasn't bounced again. So yeah, bit curious. Rizal gonna get 4 favour though. Maybe planning to use that for levels at Tarvalon. Of course, we all know Rizal is notorious for one thing. Well, 2 things. A tree song does come out. We'll see what Anth decides to opt for. Doesn't really need a loyal. Wouldn't get much value out of Hammond, so out of the Gardener, Harther, so may go towards Hammond for the ability to pick up tier 1 skill cards instead of actions. Goes for the Harther instead. Okay, so he's against me there. I do like the Elder Hammond on Perrin, because being able to pick up those skill cards, you can grab learn from the best just for the entire game and always have them, which is one of the most powerful cards in the game. Because it's literally any card in the game, you know, whenever somebody else plays something, you can take it, especially when you got your skill level up so high. So I would have been tempted to see a Hammond for sure. But he did go with the Harther. We'll make 1 extra combat strength for him. Step in, that's 2 combat strength he has available from followers. 23, 4, 5 he'll be on next turn. With lead the assault back up. Oh, shit. Victory lap across the courtyard. Pantherin. Yeah, I mean, he's just doing his thing, right? Like, peek from Kayla on a draw at Tarvalon. It's a rally. Basically free level if you have something to play on the follow-up. She is going to take that. And hatch is the flip. Will she snatch the hatch? Probably not. I've been wrong before. It does happen every now and then. If any of our newer viewers have stuck with us all this time, I would love to hear how you're managing to keep up, if you have any idea what's going on. Or if you're just sort of blissfully aware for the ride, along for the ride. Go and still playing that game, yeah, kind of. A lot of followers over there. Whereas Perrin is very much playing a Perrin game right now. Got access to the Horn of Lear as well. Can't imagine it's very big. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a little bit of extra juice though if he desperately needs it. I think you flip a tier 3 here and try for the Forsaken. Do it. Do it. He's doing it. It's Shaidar Haran, the big man himself.
Woohoo! Big summer blowout.
I have no idea if he can actually take this, and I think it's kind of more exciting to just see him figure things out than to figure it out ourselves. But right now, he is on 23. Apparently, he said, what's the worst that could happen? Looks like no attempts even made to play cards, just accepts the loss with gritted teeth and goes down a level in all of his attributes, losing that huge stack of troops that he had built up. That is a big L for Ants. But a bigger win for our viewers who got to watch someone lose a fight to Shaidar Haran. That's what we love to see. I don't care if the players are having fun. I am, and that's what counts. A grey man for Chris, gonna set him back just a little bit further. Torment all round here may give Kayla a chance to sort of catch up again, although I'm sure Ants won't have too much difficulty rebuilding. Does still have the tier 3 online after all, and a reasonable hand still. It was about 12 troops he lost, 13 I think, so not like a 25 stack or anything. A lot of his strength was coming from the hand anyway, and the tier 3 base strength. Killer moving to Carrion. She did buy channel and level as well last turn for the favourite Tarvalon. Gonna flip a tier 2, it's Melindra. She's looking for some more favour, that's a way to get some. Right now she is on 5, 6, 7, 8 combat strength thanks to Hopper. So that will be a win for her. Didn't need the thinly veiled threats, but perhaps just wanted a level and a redraw. Or maybe forgot about the Hopper. Picks up a fighting dirty. We'll be able to play that once Resolve's back around by assisting Min. And she has the option to either heal or bury the dead here. I'm curious which one she'll take. Surely one of them gets played. Both reactions after you win, so both still in the window. It looks like she's just losing the troops and not taking either option. Bit of a letdown there. Could have been some further capitalization on that. Oh, she just realised to bury the dead. Okay, so it looks like they were allowing it. I was going to say it was up to them, but it looks like they were allowing it because Anth just threw a well-turned cards out. At which point she could have used the healing, but I think that is definitely going a bit too late. We're in Johanna now. feel like Johanna's starting to see more use by people other than that. Just like anyone who happens to build up followers is like, yeah, why not? I'll head over there. I mean, Perrin's nearby anyway, so I guess one trip is not out of the usual, but could have jumped anywhere on board, so did obviously want Johanna. Tapped a fair amount of his followers will get a fairly even spread. 2 troops, a level, a action card, and I think a favour from the Daystamar. Yeah. 60% of the vote going on Perrin now. I can't say I'm too surprised. I would be inclined to agree, though, that Shaidar Haran was a big setback for him. I'm thinking he will recover in no time at all with the tools that he has access to right now. He can just jump to Adenmerk, although a compelling argument on Androl is going to delay things a bit, or make his jump not up as often. Kayla back to Tarvalon. Has the favour to buy a level if she wants. They want to flip first, in case it's something she likes. Don't want to flip that one face up. Plus a charge to the bottom, could have taken it to go with a Jasper and Anna, or even to go with her own tier 3 ability, but finds a Call Lightning instead. Hard to say that she made the wrong call there. Call Lightning, very nice one to have. Galena Kazban the flip. May be busting out that Call Lightning and losing Rizal. On 4 combat strength for the minute. Got the Arrows of Fire as well. I could put her on 9, but that wouldn't be enough. So yeah, Call Lightning would have to be... It'd have to be both of them. Would get 2 channeling levels, so she'd be able to 8 then. Could buy the last level and hit tier 3 this turn if she wants to. So the Call Lightning step 1. The Arrows of Fire is step 2. She gets to make someone else discard a card as well. You probably go for Anne. And he's going to learn from the best on Call Lightning. Does have an Eiling Noon available to play it, and could even save her life with Kareni, but don't imagine he's going to be doing that for a few turns until his followers come back around. Is she going to buy a level? Or she could play the healing, even though it's only saving 1 troop. She could play the healing. And yeah, she's up to 6 Robin. He did play an Embrace with her as the first card, so she went straight up to 4 off the bat. I don't know, I haven't kept track of exactly what he's played since then. And a Rally gets discarded by Anth. Kayla did just take the lead, and she's buying a level as well instead of the healing. Gonna lose that troop there. And now she's tier 3. I don't think she's drawn her action card for the Tarvalon yet either. If she hasn't, she could pick up a tier 3 there, but she didn't grab anything, so I'm guessing it must, maybe it was that Fighting Dirty, I don't know, quite a long turn. Still a good turn for Kayla there to catch up and put herself back in a fairly reasonable position. I mean, no CS in hand anymore, and no access to that Fighting Dirty, but she's tier 3. And she's in the lead on the score track, and Anth doesn't have as much as he did have to work with. Perhaps things starting to take a swing, at least certain threads of the pan weaving in different directions than they initially thought they might. Conscripts for Perrin will make 3 troops and a military level for him. It's been an unconventional going game, but appears to be having an upswing. Matt is going to find himself a sneak at Jangai Pass. Probably not quite what he was looking for. See what Kayla decides to do with the first turn as a tier 3. Moving around quick, Anth did just jump to Merc, so it was a quick turn for him. Grabbing the conscripts, quick turn for Chris, finding the sneak. She's going to go through Trollocs towards Maradon, start building some troops up, get a 3 point on the way from. Those Trollocs can beat them easily now with a base combat strength of 6, thanks to Hopper and her tier 3 being online. 3 troops in the bag. Not in a position to flip tier 3s here. Maybe flip a tier 2, but it's a little risky. Linny. Still not quite high enough level to play the Fighting Day and has no favour anyway, so that one will go to the Taverner. And just gonna play conscripts. That welcome party on Lenny. Okay. I don't know why every game Kayla's in, the minis end up different sizes. It happens consistently. I actually don't know if it's Kayla or Chris, because they've been in a few games together recently. What are these minis doing? Why is Matt so tiny? Like, Egwin's so... and Perrin's so big. Kayla went to Chachin that turn. Hasn't drawn a card yet. Interested to see what deck she goes for. Imagine it might be tier 3 now. She has that 9 channeling online. Just see what you can find, you know what I mean? You get a min peak as well, that's nice. It's a reserve forces. Can't play that one. Very powerful card though. Gonna put it to the bottom. See you later. Webs within webs is the pickup. Bit away from the level on that one, but to be fair, she'll probably get there eventually. This game isn't moving particularly quickly. Currently worth 12 points. If she can somehow play it in a gateway for Anth, will give him another method of fast travelling around the map, though likely back to Merc on his next turn. think Egwene got smaller in the last turn as well. Since I last came and looked at the board, she looks smaller than she did a minute ago, I swear. Okay, what I'm gonna do is click this, and then click this, and then click this, and then do this one, and this one, and go up twice, and then this one, and go down. I have no idea what I've clicked anymore. So let's go these. Sufficiently randomized back sizes. I think I did a pretty good job there. Pretty random. It's even bigger when I look back, I swear. Messenger, a draw from Hadenmerk for Perrin. Liana flipped by Matt. May want to recruit that one for some extra channeling levels, though he's got plenty already. It's really just an extra follower, which isn't terrible, but an expensive one. See, that would be cool, Robin, if like the size of the minis represented the chances to win at the moment. But like, I don't know if Perrin is that far ahead. I feel like Egwene is pretty much neck and neck with him at the moment. Just picked up a Heron marked blade as well, so definitely wants to get her hands on a high level military follower sometime soon. Chris, on the other hand, still just sort of chugging along at tier 2, not really doing much. I mean, he's got followers, but like, still 8 combat strength, he's nowhere near being able to unlock his tier 3. It's going to be tough for him just to catch up to the other 2 at this point. Kayla taking a peek. Decides to take this one. It's a Discover Treachery. Cancel Protection. Yeah, there's tier 2 enemies in this guard. I don't think they're the best ones. Oh no, there's a Melindra. It's fine, you need 18, but there's Melindra or Galena, but Melindra's probably the better choice of the 2, considering how low he is already. Just a Vandine flipped there by Egwene in Tavlon. Of course, you're going to find plenty of Aes Sedai there. Messenger will come through for Perrin now. He's probably going to tier. kind of have to go to tier, because otherwise you just lose it in value off the messenger. Like, if you go anywhere that has less than... Like, this has 4 resources, this has 3, this has 2. So either way you go here, you're getting less than if you went to the other ones. The only reason not to go to tier is if you want to move there on the following turn, but it'll have the wolf dream up, and it's got a gateway, so like... I don't agree with that at all. Found himself the green man. And throwing knives as an extra action from the messenger, so the throwing knives is nice at least. But yeah, I think I would have preferred tier. I mean, I suppose you can draw 2 actions here. That's the difference. If you really wanted 2 actions. Gateway hits the discard pile though, no longer interested in that one. Isling Noon reserved for coal lining only. Chris gonna draw Recover Me and a Notoriety. Doesn't get him anywhere. Kind of interested to see how Kayla proceeds from here. Still not quite got her levels up as high as you would like. Yeah, I don't know, he's been to Arundel a lot this game. Like an ungodly amount. Okay, we're gonna flip a tier 2, it's Jarrett Buyer. Should be able to take care of that one, no problem. Hopefully uses the healing this time around to save her troops. Nope, those are going in the bin. I don't want to look at it too much because I'm fairly sure it's still in the hand. Extra favour in pocket for Kayla though. Add points. Widens the gap a bit. Slightly late. Reaction from Kayla there. Oh, was that discard? It was a discard. She has 8 hand size. Yeah, I'm not going to make myself the bad guy. Ant's now got a bit more going, you know, he's got the green man to escape if something goes badly wrong, but does have lead the assault, call lightning, Horn of Lear must be building up a bit more now, throwing knives as well. See what this horn is on actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 only still, but he is going to go for the flip, and he's in Malden at the minute, so it will only be a single flip. Tam all 4, no other 2 Rivers characters to go with. There's one in the tavern row right now. Not going to bother with that one though, a bit too expensive. Curiouser and curiouser. He could have gone to like Falmer and double flipped, got action, but he went to Malden and he jumped to get there as well with the Wolf Droop. Very peculiar moves happening in this game. Going down to Haddon Merc, we'll see what he picks up there. More than likely, it's something that I wouldn't be able to predict anyway. So, conscripts. Okay, probably could have predicted that one. I think new recruits would have just been better, but I don't know if there's one in there. Not many cards at all in here, actually. No, there is a new recruits. Would have been better, unless he's planning to play it with Bane and Jihad. Which case he's totally right. Wasn't she in Tarvalon? I honestly can't remember, so I'm going to assume she was in Carrion. Oh, there's an inverted weaves. I assume that's what she was going for, yeah. Plenty of cancel protection for Hand in England, but not much to pair with it at the minute, unfortunately, for her. And now probably wondering why he's in Malden rather than Four Kings or Whitebridge or Falmer. Nowhere really ideal to move. No longer has the gateway either. Kind of put himself in a bit of a bind, perhaps. Contemplating another trip to Johanna, but I'm not sure how I feel about that. And clearly doesn't know how he feels about his options either. So I'll wiggle it around a bit there. Ends up moving to Lugard. The action is a false trail. Will give him a bit more movement potential, but unfortunately for him his leadership level is still far too low to play that. Idrin Tarsin, on the other hand, could help out in that regard if he decides to recruit her. Looks like not. He's going to push some characters down the tavern row instead and build that horn up just a little bit more. Suppose he can go back to Malden next turn and try again, but I still would have preferred to be able to go to Four Kings and try again twice, and then you've had 5 flips in the same time that he's had 2 tier 3 flips in this method. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, he's stacked up his resources nicely, so like he's going to be good points in the last battle unless they get drained by a nasty Forsaken. Like someone must have deleted something by accident or something. We'll reset there. It's like Chris is moving to tier at the moment. Gonna flip a tier 2. Doesn't really have the combat strength to kill one by more than 10. Finds a 7 Bowler though. think he's likely to take that one. He might though, he's got enough followers to tap, like, to reduce. Well, I'm not sure if I've actually seen him use the reduction yet. I could easily have missed it though, so I'm not calling him out for not doing it. It's hard to keep track of exactly everything that's going on when you're alone. I'm complaining again, look at me, boo-hoo, wah wah. I don't know if I actually unmuted myself just then, or if I pressed the wrong button. It looks like Matt bought a military level there with coins in tier. Your regular service now resumes. I mute while I'm doing loud things, so that it doesn't hurt y'all's ears, because I'm that considerate. Greyman, on the other hand, not going to be so considerate to Egwene. He's going to get taken out without a problem though. No need for Sheriam to clean up, she can handle that all by herself now, like a big girl. Grab a drink. I will be right back, folks. Oh, Sindane? What did I just sit down to? Okay, we've got a Forsaken on the table. Not for very long. Lamea. Why did I just say that out loud? Well, Anth is certainly going to catch himself back up with that one. First Forsaken kill of the game going to him. Only 14 points, so not quite in the lead yet. But certainly starting to get some stuff moving here. Did he even play a card there? I don't think he needed to. I think he just had it outright. That was in Malden. If we'll start to see Kayla feel like she needs to pressure the same thing. I mean, if she gets lucky on a weave at Jangai Pass, then, I mean, that's all she really needs. You know, like one Blossoms of Fire, one Deathgate might be enough to get things going here. In some of the weaker fights, already got 13 combat strength plus. What have we got in hand here? Okay. Not actually anything in hand here, but 13 combat strength. I have another 2 from Jangai Pass as well if she went there, but no, it's Tavalon. Curious if she draws tier 3 or tier 2 action here. Looks like she's going for the 3 with the min peak, but flipped it. Never mind, she decided to go to Jangai Pass and found herself a form circle. Do prefer that. I do prefer that to the Table one. Jangai Pass was the move, and it's set her up now. Because that's an extra 12 combat strength if she uses else. To go with it, she can inverted weaves 2, so it's completely protected, plus she's got discovered treachery as well, although I don't think she had no followers at the level to play that one, and not quite levels herself yet. But yeah, form circle, plus the 15 combat strength she has is I think 27? 28 next turn in carrying. Yeah, I get that it would have been the same either way, I just didn't. I thought she'd accidentally flipped over the card that she was peeking at with Min, and I didn't want her to have to reveal it to everybody else. So I was just trying to flip it back over in time before anyone might see it. Then I realised it was corrected. Yes, the extra troops as well on top is nice. I'm going to take another quick bathroom break just to see if a Forsaken appears when I come back. What a letdown. What a letdown. If I'd been a bit longer, it might have actually worked, because Kayla may well flip one next turn. What, Perrin's tiny now, and Matt's big! What is going on? Are y'all having as much chaotic energy as I'm having during this? Or is it literally just me? I feel like I developed at least 3 different personality disorders during the stream so far. You know when Rand thinks about the flame and the void? This is Azuma ASMR of that. How do you like that? I hope that didn't sound awful. I have no idea what it actually sounds like for a microphone. The card attached to Kin upside down is a play for your supper, Icicle, and it's in Chris's party, so that explains the misorientation. This is definitely the most unhinged group of players in the league. I was actually surprised that they managed to arrange a game together. Right now everyone's just kind of dicking around though. Still a lot of juice in hand for Perrin. He could start looking towards another Forsaken fight. Chris is just a lovable goof. Like, you can't not love him, but he's a goofball. Yeah, Matt's still tier 2. Yeah. Welcome to the journey. He's also in tier, so nowhere near Tywin's Gap. Does actually finally maybe have enough to take on a fight though. Looks like he's got 18 here. And a sneak as well if he needs it, if it's a bigger than what he can chew. It's a gem. Nothing to chew on there. The form circle's already gone icicle. And yeah, I forgot he had Androll. It's been that long since he recruited, and I don't know if I've actually seen him be used. But again, he might have been used and I just missed it. Is he recruiting Jim and wondering what followers to exhaust? To get a discount with his tier 2? Okay, so he's actually using the tier 2. Yeah, he does have a lot of channels. No chance he's getting that form circle offer though. I think she might be looking for a fight right now. I think she flipped and recruited her brain the last turn, maybe? Good peek with Min at press the advantage. Great card to have. Doesn't quite have the level to play it herself with Vora's Rod yet, but would soon. Looks like she actually bottomed it though. Got a Teleran Rod instead. I think I would have preferred to press the advantage there. Perhaps not fully aware of the tier 3 yet, Kayla. Yeah, press the advantage on form circle would have been huge, but not today. Ingtar flipped by Ants. Can't imagine he's too interested. That one already has the horn. I want to take it just for backup so nobody else steals it from him. Do his thing, Tar, no problem. That was not Ant, that was Kayla's flip. And find some Trollocs to drain his resources a bit. Chris decides to use Androl, could jump up to Tywin's Gap and snack on Leandrin. Looking at an exposed weakness. Maybe on a Gwen. She'll get the levels up quick enough though. And has the horn, yeah. It's not that big at the moment. Chris is going to add them there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, it's 9. It's 9, so it is getting there. I think Matt just picked up a healing. I mean, I don't hate it. It's an extra troop for himself as well. Means he'll be able to kill a tier 2 and then not lose his troops. He could try again in tier next turn and then jump up to Tywin's Gap if no luck. But honestly, I kind of feel like he's forgotten about this Androl. Looks like that might be a Gwen discard, like almost a round later. Kind of a nuts hand for Anther right now. I think he needs to be looking for a fight, but he seems hesitant. Maybe thinks other people have cancels. Fog for a Gwen will give her a bit of extra protection. I think she's in flipping tier 3 territory as well. Decent amount of troops, the form circle. Got the fog for protection now. Surely next turn is tier 3 flip for a Gwen. Honestly, I'd like to see it from Month as well. And if Chris can get his tier 2, his tier 3 online, I'm happy to see him go for it the turn after. Or as soon as he can. And going back to Malden again. It's like the third time he's jumped out of this game. Preferring the extra resources to an extra character flip. Instead, a Demandred will now sit in Tywin's Gap, potentially blocking Matt from using that as a way to hit tier 3. So the door on Androl may have just closed there. I don't think he can take a Demandred. He might have Androlled, not anymore. But now Ants jumps down, so he can't get to Demandred next turn. Gwen doesn't have a way to get there quickly. And even if Ants does jump to it, he's not a double base, because it's not a village. Tavalon or Maradon, both are very valid options. Just gotta flip that tier 3. Oh, it looks like we're actually on Chris in a minute. I thought it was Kayla's turn for some reason. Conscripts for Chris. Get himself some more troops. Doing it with Bin, and she had 5. Won't get a level himself, seeing as though the followers played it. We'll get all the way up to 24 combat strength with his base 3 plus the 21 troops. Maybe he is trying to go for Demandred now. I mean, he could probably kill Demandred fairly quickly. Why did he just take more? Apologies for this, folks. Just want to double check that the correct resources were gained. So it was up to 21 there, and then 17. We gained any more? 16. Yeah. Should be on 21. Not sure what that was about. The entire situation is he's being ignored because no one gives a fuck. I'm just glad I went back and checked because that is a difference when Demandred is on the table. 2 troops is not insignificant. See what Anf decides to do now. He's stuck in Malden again. Good false trail, I guess. Repeat Malden. Oh no, he doesn't have a level to play it. Nothing else he can play either. Probably just Lugard. Don't really want to tap your followers at Jahan in case you flip tier 3 Curse Call Lightning. So Charge is a very good draw. That may enable him to flip a tier 3 this turn despite not being in a village. Or he may be just looking at this Demandred. Nolithian may want that to go with the charge. Plenty of favour in pocket. I would give him an extra 4 combat strength, but no. Opts against the Nolithian. Not willing to cash out on the resources that he's built up from all those trips to Malden. Discards the false trail that he could not play. Let's see what Chris's plan is from here. I think try flip a tier 2 seems pretty good. You can heal after and be in a good position to jump towards Demandred once your tier 3 is online. If he flips a tier 2 here, Chris could take Demandred out the following turn. Never mind his recurring bear. Aww.
Bruh.
Yeah, Icicle just slightly calling out my play from yesterday when I double horned with an Ingtar kill between. this is a min peak and adapt the plan. Probably not the plan you want to go for. Already got an inverted weaves and a discover treachery, so plenty of cancel protection that doesn't suit to planning to have something cancelled. I think that's a bomb. Just gonna take it though. Guess more options are never bad, but nobody else does actually have any cancels at the minute, so overprotected if anything. Though of course, still plenty of time for them to draw. There is 3 Forsaken left to go, and nobody is aggressively flipping. I'm gonna get another poll going. The final one of the night. Perrin with the mass of the vote on that one. I wonder if that is still the case now, as he flips Asmodean, looking to go straight into a kill in Malden here. He's on 20 combat strength at the moment, but he can use Hatha or Step In to get himself the extra 1. Should be no problem at all. And a second tiny Forsaken added to Perrin's kill sheet. Split vote so far. Quaid and Perrin both with a decent share of the vote. Chris is going to Demandrid. He is on 26 combat strength at the minute. I do not think he fought this through. I definitely don't think he fought this through. That is a big mistake. I thought that was Chris's. That was Anth's. So Anth is playing an intimidation. I think it was for 7. So that's going to be 7 troops off Chris's total. I mean, he didn't have enough anyway. That's the thing. Because he doesn't have any combat strength in hand. He could have got 3 if he has 2 Aes Sedai. He's got Liana. There isn't a second one. He didn't have it anyway. Chris Wallace. Did he not realise he was going to have to fight Demandrid? I don't know what his plan was.
Bruh.
I don't want to say too much, obviously. But I'm pretty sure there was no way he could have won the fight anyway. Does make the amount of points he loses more, but I don't know if Chris was the one you were threatened by in this game. I think I would have saved that intimidation for a go-in personally. Yeah, so we just still need to do Tywin's Gap now as well. Ends up fighting a Trolloc. Oh, this is sad. He's not even beating that. Oh, this is sad. I actually feel sorry for him. I don't know what Chris is doing. I mean, it's late, I get that. It is 10 to 1 in the morning, so he's probably very tired at this point. Which explains a lot. Now I'm thinking about it. I mean, he is a great captain. That did happen. It's on record. Not 100% sure how, but it happened. This guy we're watching right now did win an invitational. Right now, though, he's losing to a Trolloc. Those are the bricks. Honestly, I don't know what his plan was anyway, because like he couldn't have beat Demandred. Even if he could have used both Mazima and Jaime, he couldn't have beat Demandred. He wouldn't have had enough, even without the intimidation as well. So like, I had no idea what the plan was. glad the flip for Kayla. Will be a free one for Chris to pick up. He's definitely at least 5 points behind the others, but not what Kayla wanted to see there. I don't know what rules caught anyone up. Chris just face planted Demandred and then face planted a Trolloc at tier 2. I don't know what rule was confused. He didn't have the strength for either, and played an intimidation. But it didn't really actually matter. Verin. Free kill for him. Assuming he's in a village, he's not actually, so he's only on 6 combat strength. Does need something to get the job done. May pop a throwing knives into this one. May just accept the loss. And shuffle her back in. Looks like he's just taking a loss and shuffling her back in. But he didn't even try and tap Mazima. He was just like, I have an extra strength because of Mazima. I was like, do you? Where's that printed? Show me the text. It's back to him now, though. Probably a sad trip to Faldara. No, he's going to go for a notoriety for 10. That'll be 10. Feather Star Rainbow Power tokens coming his way. This game is testing my sanity a little, but resupply. Just gonna take a second look at that one. Maybe just play it straight away. Chris is doing Chris things. That's what Chris is doing. That's all you need to know. Chris is doing Chris things. He's skimming out of Falmouth. He's fighting Demandreds with 20 combat strength. Whereas Kayla is resupplying herself for her next attempt at a Forsaken flip. Chris is the reason we have the phrase, who the fuck goes to Jermel? Because even he knows that he has no idea what he's doing. It's basically a science at this point. Or something like that. Much better levels for her going now does mean that any battle actions she draws from this point on are pretty much open for her to use with Vora's Rod. Something like a press the advantage, for example. Or a kill command. Very nice. Why? Because he won with Rand in the Invitational. Okay, well, Perrin is going for Big Daddy Demandred himself. We'll see if he adds a third notch to his belt. Would certainly be a bigger one than the previous two, and more than likely secure the win for him in this game. The Horn of Valia is first up. He is on 6 combat strength to start with. The Horn is... I'm just separating the pile so we don't actually have to manually count and maybe get it wrong. 11. So that puts him on a total of 6 plus 11, 17. This will put him on 21. Draws a healing. And charge will get him up to 29. He'll be tied with it. Can use our favourite buddy to get the job done, and he does do just that. Coming in handy as always. The real MVP of this game. That will be a Demandred taken care of. Showing Chris how it's done. For anyone who missed that, I said that Anther's like a dad teaching his son to ride a bike after watching him speed into a wall. Teaching him by doing laps around him while he cries. Maybe I am being too mean, but that's because no one's here to film me. And that's my excuse every single goddamn time it can be. It's gonna be hard to catch up now though, even if Gwen does take a kill soon, and she more than likely can. It's sort of sunsetting on tier 3 here for Matt. I don't see any way he's going to come back into this game. I imagine Gwen just kills the first thing she sees. Don't think Perrin can look for another fight just yet. But Gwen should be able to take anyone with those troops in the form circle. She's got the fog if she really needs it. Shida Haran would be fantastic for her, because that would potentially give the time to bridge the gap and then possibly even overtake. But this is looking like Anne's game. I didn't see what Chris did there. Oh, it looks like he played Play for Your Supper with Kintavir. Ishamael's the flip for Kayla. She's going to play an inverted weeds into a form circle. That's going to be worth 12 points as long as she throws else into it as well. Very on theme. Shamel will be taken down to 18, and she's on more than 18, so he's toast. I will catch her up to Anth a bit, but I think she's got similar resources. She has better levels, she has more followers and cards, but only ever so slightly. Troops gonna be gone. How much is she actually gonna get? 24 plus 26 is up to. Oh no, she's still only gonna be like here. I don't think she can make up that much in the last battle, though it will probably be more like a here to here gap. Some redemption there for Kayla at the end for some curious play in the beginning of the game. Perhaps not quite as fortunate of an end for Chris, but that is what it is. Certainly does look like Perrin has not only won the polls tonight, but the game as well. We'll find out for certain in just a minute, but I can't see anybody else overtaking Anth in the last battle here. In fact, I may just jump into the chat and join the players now to start talking to them, because why the hell not? I'm not talking to anyone else.
Yes? Oh.
I thought I'd pop in and say hi.
Hey!
Yes! In peace.
One every,
Sorry,
every 2 trips. Well, that's an easy account.
Yeah, no, same here.
Every trips.
For every 7 followers? Or for every follower, which are words?
Being earned or keep with that 7 favors you got.
And then for every 2 attributes, rounded up or down?
Down.
Down. You're right. So that would be 14 for me. Damn.
Good game, y'all. Good game.
Damn.
Managed to sort of redeem some of the earlier stumbles there by the end, Kayla. Just took a while to find the fight.
I really should have gone after Demandred. I kept circling around Chachin and Miradon. I could have just gone.
Well, on the bright side, at least you didn't go for Demandred when you had no business doing so.
You're not even in this game and you're shit talking.
Well, that's my job, isn't it? What? Come on, Chris. You got to explain to me what your logic was there, because.
Well, the problem was that I have so many challenges, but I didn't realise I only had 1 ice to die.
Oh.
So was this 3 enough to get you there if the intimidation hadn't?
Yeah, it was a bit over,
I thought you were still under
I think I had 20. I think I had 28. without him because
I'm pretty sure you were on 21 troops because it was after we did that
reset.
reset.
As well, there's somebody else that is because whenever the old rules of math,
I know what you mean. Mixed up the abilities again. Yeah, that's rough, buddy.
But yeah, I think I would have got kind of raped by Demandre no matter what.
I mean, to be honest, I think losing to the Trolloc is probably worse than the Demandrous.
Before I was trying to get my tier 3, I was just going, okay, straight Tormund's Gap, and then Demandre showed up.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. If you'd flipped to tier 2 the turn before, rather than going for Bear and like got
Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay, no matter what tier 2 I get, I can beat them by 10, even if it's Pat and Fiend.
Yeah, and then you could have healed as well.
I was like, oh, I counted, and I was like, okay, I have enough. But well,
Oh no.
Clearly my
it's a yikes from me, buddy.
I still can't believe that you sacrificed Scratch at the beginning.
Yeah! Oh my god.
Yeah.
You kept setting yourself back, my bro. I'm not gonna rag on you too hard, but you know you're a great captain, so I do have a right to.
I did have revoke the title. I did have one of the ones that was recruit from the Tavern Row. So I kind of thought if I lost one male follower, I was kind of like, well, it's fine. I can catch that up. That's not really a huge deal. And actually, lucky I did keep being because I got Child for free.
Oh yeah, I was so lucky.
Yeah, so that was the option.
Sure. Well, I'm glad you're happy with that, and congratulations on commanding victory. Kill was actually quite close in the end, but yeah, you
It's not even my worst score. I think I got 37 previous time.
Yeah, I've definitely gotten worse scores than that myself, so I get it.
Hey, it happens. Very respectable score today, though, Kayla. Gonna bring that average right up, although it is a new average anyway, because it's new every quarter this time. So you've got a good average now. Good job.
I think my last game did better on my averages, though.
I can't remember. It was Troll.
I think I was
wasn't it? So it was a bit crazy.
It was like 130 something.
Yeah, we might have some more crazy point games in the next variant that's coming. That we've been testing over the past few days, and it's a lot of fun chaos.
Very spicy.
Yeah,
and it didn't take us 6 hours today.
No, it didn't take you 7 hours. Only 2.5, which is very reasonable.
Yeah,
very reasonable. Alright, well, I'm going to go close out the stream. Thanks for putting on a fantastic show today, everyone, and congratulations again, Anth, on starting the Festival of Birds with a win. That's exactly what you want to see, right? I'll catch you all next time.
Birds the word.
I wanted to catch the end of that. I don't know why. Wrong screen. There's no one here with me. It's just me still, same as it has been all night. Don't know why I'm repeating that again. Thanks, everyone, because it isn't just me, it's you guys as well. You guys, gals, and non-binary pals in the chat that have been with me. I appreciate you being here and keeping me company while I watch these losers fail against Forsaken and entertain me with their suffering. It's been a blast. If you are not familiar and you're new, you can join our Discord server where people organise games and talk about Third Age. There's a link in the description of the video. Make sure you just click that. Come say hello. If you want to learn how to play, somebody will teach you. Shit, flipped before I got the screenshot. That just happened off camera, my bad. I'm still alive. Yeah, I was in the middle of saying come join the Discord and we'll get you into a game. We'll teach you how to play, all that good stuff, and we'll be nerds about Wheel of Time together, and all board games if you're not a Wheel of Time fan, but just a board game fan. And of course, don't forget, spank the like video for RJ. You know he wants you to. Spank the sub button for the sub, because subs like being spanked. And that's it. I don't have another thing. Tai'Shar. See you next time. Wednesday. or Tuesday, depending on where in the world you are.